One of Britain's premier fisheries has spent tens of thousands of pounds on erecting fencing to protect its prized fish from being slaughtered by otters. More than 2 miles of 6-feet-tall wire fencing now surrounds the 2 lakes at the Kent fishery that are filled with huge carp, including the country's biggest, weighing 80 pounds. Large coarse fish can be worth as much as £30,000 apiece, as they attract anglers who pay good money for the chance to catch them. The animals have been emptying lakes of coarse fish which they eat. A number of fisheries have had to close as a result of the loss of stock. The move comes after the UK Wild Otter Trust admitted mistakes were made when hundreds of protected otters were released into the countryside in the 1980s and 90s to boost their dwindling numbers. He also conceded that the carnivorous mammals would have regenerated naturally without the help from wildlife campaigners. Steve Burke, who owns Wingham Fisheries, said it was only a matter of time before otters targeted his fish, that include 9 carp weighing more than 50 pounds, prompting him to install the fencing. He said, "It's only a matter of time before otters arrive everywhere, and with the size of the lakes and the terrain we couldn't have put up fencing quickly." In the meantime, we could have lost some historic fish. It was therefore essential to act before otters returned to this area of Kent. Having spent over 20 years creating something beyond my wildest dreams, I couldn't stand by and allow it to be destroyed in perhaps as many weeks. It's been a massive cost, but clearly the right thing to do. It is not known exactly how much the heavy-duty fencing has cost, but it is likely to be tens of thousands of pounds. The fishery received a grant from the Angling Trust to fund some of the work. Otter numbers plummeted in Britain in the 1950s due largely to pollution from pesticides and habitat loss. But since otter hunting was banned in 1978 and organochlorine pesticides phased out, they have successfully recolonized many of our waterways, with the help of wildlife conservationists. Martin Salter, head of campaigns at the Angling Trust, said, "Individual specimen fish, especially big carp, are prized by anglers who pay several hundreds of pounds a year in club membership fees to fish such waters." Their numbers returned once we stopped using horrible pesticides. The artificial introduction of them was both unnecessary and, in some ways, downright irresponsible, as the conservationists did it without any consultation with fisheries.